Hello everyone, coming at you for another Indigenous Minded YouTube journal video. So it's been a week, still on my JOSO rotation. Last week was pretty much, yeah, it was a lot going on last week, and it was pretty busy. Had my normal, like, short call, long calls, had a couple long calls, on shifts, on medicine. I didn't have clinic on Tuesday because we had senior orientation, so had a full day of Zoom videos to prepare us for transitioning to being seniors. And last week, so we had that. It was a full day of just going over the new tasks that we have to start taking on. How do we mentor like our new interns? And it's kind of a lot to take in. What I've been trying to do, I think a lot of us are trying to do, is like, as we're finishing this like last little bit of intern year, I'm on medicine, which is a kind of the block we talk about a lot with like senioring and just like how to work together. So I'm trying to take on a more senior tasks as I can this past week and the rest of this block. Other things happened this week, like, yeah, I guess it's been a really busy week. My short call day, one of them, I actually purchased a new car. So now I have a new Camry. Been 12 months without a vehicle, and it's been a long year. And it's nice to have a vehicle again and be able to get around and be able to live outside my little radius that I'm used to kind of just managing with public transportation. Really was necessary because as I finish this block, I'm going back to Seattle Children's and I'll be in the emergency department. And I did it last year by going on public transportation, but at this point in time, I think it'd be very difficult. Public transportation right now is still free, but it's running on different times, and my schedule is kind of, the shifts change a lot. Like I'm going, like there's a couple random nights, and it's not kind of as like it's not the same every day like it was kind of on inpatient. Plus, I think at this point, you know, it's time to start transitioning. I've been saving this whole year. Partly Misty and I, my fiance Misty and I, have been saving this whole year, and it's time to make those steps. So, car, and then eventually going to be moving out of this apartment. Lease is up in a couple months, and trying to budget, figure that out, and do it right. But yeah, and then it's been pretty decent. Then. Yeah, my fiance Misty, her cousin, actually headed back home to help out with family, some of the family things that have been going on, and do their part, which is a great thing. It's tough because we just are finally been back together, and she's officially moved here, but got to remember what's important, and we have the ability. She has the ability to be able to help family, and I think that's important. If we can, we should do what we can. And anyways, because I just flipped over to nights on Saturday. I've been on nights these past few nights, and I finished out the block through Wednesday night into Thursday, so it's like an extra day for this last block of the academic year for intern year. And you know, working all night, sleeping during the day, got my blackout curtains, which have been working great. I was able to do some to-do tasks this week with my car, and it was Father's Day this past Sunday. Try to, you know, finally was able to send my gift to my dad and stuff, and just trying to be thankful. It's been a few good nights, been able to try to transition over, and trying to do as much as I can, and finding balance with everything. But yeah, it was good to start to meet the new interns. We were paired up with some buddies. I was able to meet up with them. We have like kind of like a buddy system, so that was good. As much as we can, as you know, social distancing, keeping that in mind. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I have a few more nights, so I have tonight, yeah, all the way through Wednesday night. Then I flip over. I have like a day shift starting next weekend. Like I have clinic. Starting to have more clinic too. That's the other thing I'm kind of thinking about, like trying to be more efficient in clinic, because that's going to ramp up. It's going to be more outpatient versus inpatient. Have like a day shift with starting orientation with children. Just excited for that. Probably will be with a lot of intern pediatric residents, which will be interesting, because it'll be like the first block of the new year. And I'm excited to learn a lot, do lacerations. I heard there's a lot of interesting things that come through, and just trying to learn, do the best I can. Just thankful to have a vehicle now, moving forward, and trying to, be, trying to, take our time and try to make the right decisions, and just doing our best. But yeah, then I do that, then I flip over to nights again, because I have to do my first run of nights at Children's, but it's okay. It's part of residency, and created this living situation where this is a little bit more feasible to do things like that. And but yeah, those are kind of the big things. Just kind of like politically, we still have that whole CHOP area, which is actually close by to where I live, and I've been there been around during the days where it's been very peaceful. It's close to a lot of businesses I like to go to, like some ice cream spots. But it's interesting to see how things continue to pan out with that. And as the phases keep going, I think we're now in phase 2. It's now summer. I think it'll be interesting to see how things work out between the city and that area. And just with the movement, with everything happening, the Black Lives Matter, and trying to understand how that relates to me and my family, and like what I can do to try to support what's happening. But it's a lot of things. A lot of things happened this year, intern year, with just where I work, and related to a strike earlier this year, but everything else happened to me personally, and just the whole COVID pandemic. There's a lot happening. And just being able to try to learn from it, I think, is important. But yeah, it's exciting to continue on. But yeah, keep it indigenous minded, keep it mission minded. All right. Aloha. Oh, and the cool thing about this week too, graduation. It's like the next step, and next step. All right. Aloha.